You know who's always smoking hot wherever she goes?
Dame Helen Mirren.
Oh,
She's won so many awards during her legendary career, including an Oscar for the Queen. Last week, I got to sit down with Helen, and we wanted you there to film Eye in the Sky, in which she plays a colonel in charge of a dangerous mission. Take a look.
2 suicide bombers and 3 very high-value individuals inside that house.
And you want them off your list, I understand that, but the rules of engagement you're operating under envisaged a capture, not a kill scenario. Ma'am, I think it would be wise to refer up.
Are you telling me that or just debating with me?
To refer up?
Mm-hmm.
I am telling you.
Oh, hello to
She's
you.
cross about that.
She is.
Yes.
Now, was this role originally supposed to be that of a man?
It was.
Yeah.
Originally, it was written for a man. Yes,
And how did it change things when you stepped in?
Nothing changed on the page at all. I mean, it absolutely fell into place. I think the only thing that it slightly made the moral dilemma that you see played out in the movie kind of more poignant, more potent, if you like, it being a woman having to make those decisions.
It's about, there's a terrorist, and the question is, can you capture, do you kill, and what do you, and how do you do it? And there's lots of issues.
Yes, and it's very much about the whole issue of drone warfare.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting that suddenly in the news and in the public awareness, there's becoming this growing awareness of what drone warfare really is and how it's prosecuted, how it's managed. And this movie is very much about that. And it's about the appalling sort of moral decisions that constantly have to be made in war.
You're so multifaceted. I'm looking at you in this gorgeous dress, and all I can think of is, most of the time when Kathy Lee and I show you on our air, you are in a smoking hot bikini.
Oh, don't.
You were in, no, we just showed you the other day wearing a cool leather jacket, like very hip. And then I look at your hand and I see a tattoo,
Yes,
right? You have,
yes,
you have
I do have a tattoo.
So
Very old tattoo.
How long ago did you get that
I used to tell people I got it in the prison before my sex change.
So why did you get it?
I got it, because I was drunk. I got it in America. It was on an Indian reservation in Minnesota, and a girl did it for me with a safety pin. It was unbelievably painful.
And what does it mean?
It's 2 V's. No, it is quite spiritual.
Oh, okay.
It's equal and opposite. And actually, funnily enough, you know, speaking to what we're talking about now, which is to see the people who are so different from you as basically being your equal, of equal value as yourself. So that's sort of what it means.
Well, you have a wonderful life outside of the movies, too. You have a delicious husband.
I do. He's shooting right here in New York, shooting a movie with Robert De Niro, and I'm shooting parallel with Will Smith. It's fantastic.
So do the two of you, at the end of the day, you're shooting your stuff, he's doing his stuff, do you get together at the end of the day and do you talk work, or do you put work to the side and say no?
All we say is, how did it go, darling?
Yeah.
You know, did you get your day? I always say to Taylor.
Did you get your day?
The only time I pray to God is when Taylor's shooting, and I pray for the weather to be right for him.
Because otherwise?
Because, you know, because if there isn't snow, or if it doesn't rain when it needs to rain, you know, the whole schedule. So I do pray to God for my husband's schedule, but no, it's fun. No, we just, we don't go into detail, just did you get your day, was it okay? If there are problems, you know, we share the difficulties. But
and just quickly, falling in love at 40, in that range, was that about the right time frame?
38.
38.
Yeah.
Is he the love of your life? I mean, falling in love at that age, 38?
Yeah, I guess, because, you know, I don't have much life left, do I? So I hope he's the love of my life. Or, you know, who knows? You never know what the future may bring. But, no, I mean, no, I recognise that the great thing about finding a partnership, let's say a partnership, later on, is that you recognise it as such. You recognise the partnership level of this relationship as much as the love and the lust and all the rest of it.
Well, thank you so much for for being part of our show, even when you don't even know you're part of our show, and for inspiring people when you don't realize.
We love her.
And she was asking about you like crazy. I said she'll be back this week. Anyway, Eye in the Sky is in theaters right now.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.